What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I wanted to do a quick video for you guys. I have my Sega Genesis Nomad in front of me. You can see right here. I got it used, obviously. I haven't had this, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but got it used. Picked it up for a pretty good price. I ended up buying this off of eBay. I really have no opportunity to find anything like this local. Kids doing their homework over here. So the sound quality is meh, it's okay. The screen actually, you know what, it's not like one of those brand new modded screens, but it's not that bad. What I want to do is I want to take it apart today because going up, I mean the whole D-pad in general is, it's, you know, a little sticky. Definitely going up. I was playing Miss Pac-man and very, very rarely would it actually go up. And obviously if you know Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, it's very important to be able to control your player. So let me grab the game and I'll try to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got the game in, and without, oh yeah, you know what? I'm a dumbass. I forgot to grab the battery pack. Generally that's probably a good idea to grab the power source. It had some corrosion on it when I took it apart. I fixed that and replaced all the batteries. So let's plug it in. Okay, so let's see if we can get this to go. I tried the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game and it was like on and off working. So there might have been some issues with that, but this will turn on. So let's get it started. So you can hear the speaker is like, meh, so-so. I'm gonna try to play this. See, I'm trying to hit up, down works, right works, up sort of works. I'm hitting up. It's, you know, it's like sticky. And when you're trying to run from these ghosts, you know, now it's making a liar out of me, which is kind of funny. Okay, I died. It's really hard to play holding with one hand and holding the camera. But it's funny because it's now making a liar out of me. So let's keep going. I'm gonna show you my thumb on the side. So I'm hitting up. There we go. It's just not very consistent. I tried to hit left. Up again. Yeah, there we go. See, you know, and especially if you're just like seconds away. See, I tried to hit down. If you're about to die or hit a ghost and it doesn't respond super smoothly, that kind of sucks. Up. See, then you lose precious seconds. Anyway, obviously I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna keep playing. So I know that was like a really horrible example. I'm holding the console itself with one hand and trying to control it, so it's just a little bit more difficult. But it did work, and it's funny because it was a lot worse when I tried it not recording. So now that it must know that I'm recording and it decides to work. I don't really know the deal. It doesn't really matter. I want it to be better if possible. I don't know if that's normal, so screwdriver's running away from me. If you're familiar with the Nomad and that's kind of how it responds, I know it's really hard for you to make a comment without actually physically playing this set, but if they tend to be sticky, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I can, crack this open and see if we can't fix it. Okay, so I'm borrowing my kid's sweatshirt. It's her unicorn sweatshirt. I'm gonna borrow this for a soft place to put this, especially with the screen and buttons on the other side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. I don't think there's any more that I am unaware of, but I can't record and take them out. So basically I'm just gonna take these screws out and there's the dog. Okay, so as it turns out, there is, I don't know if I can be able to show you this. It is not a screw in there. And it's really hard to show this without getting in my own light source. This is one of those security bits. I don't know what happened. Somebody must have tried to take this out before. I'm not exactly sure. I do have the security bits. It's definitely not a Phillips screw, which, you know, turn my flashlight off. If I would have watched a video on it, I probably would have figured that out, but I don't care. I'm gonna try to do it anyway. Let me go get the security bit and hopefully, fingers crossed, I didn't jack it up, and I can open this thing up. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do, so hang tight. Okay, so I definitely was able to get it out. It was not easy. it's a little bit small here, but got all of those out. I'm gonna put the screw with that one, or the screws with this over here. Now this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. I'm definitely going to open this up, but be very careful, and I can't do that with one hand. So let me get into it, and I'll show you step by step what I'm doing once I'm there. Okay, so obviously I don't want to damage anything, and my button controls are behind this board here. So I'm going to carefully unscrew the board and take it out, but I'll probably disconnect this ribbon first just to be safe. I don't know, I know you can damage these ribbons as well, but I'm gonna try to take this apart so I can gain access to it. Okay, so I see 6 screws on this board, and then I can detach the cable here and then leave that one in. So that might be what I do, or maybe I'll take the screw out. I just don't really know what else is connected. So I'm gonna try to do the 6 and kind of peel that back. Definitely detaching this ribbon though. I took the back part off. I detached the ribbon from here, and then this cable from here. It's upside down, but it says warning high voltage. Definitely be careful for that. I don't know, I'm gonna overlook here like anything that's connected, see if there's any other things that I need to disconnect before I move forward. I'm thinking maybe one connection here, possibly something over here, maybe this, I'm not sure. But be very careful, be meticulous, read things, make sure you remember where screws go. Okay, so technically that cable I said maybe disconnect, you don't have to. And this one over here, you definitely don't have to. If you're going to go into here, this is actually somewhat easy if you can upgrade your speaker, because I mean, this part kind of sucks taking all this out. But if you're doing this anyway, which I wish I would have thought of for a speaker upgrade, because now it's already open, you just undo the screws, a couple ribbons, just turn this back, you unconnect or disconnect that, and it's 2 screws. So I'll probably end up doing a speaker upgrade in the future, and maybe even a screen upgrade. So what I wanted to do was get out with this stuff here, get these out. I guess that's built in, I'm not really sure, so I'll have to turn that over. And they don't really look that dirty, but I'll still clean them. I have a feeling it's on the back of this board, so I will have to disconnect this. Okay, so there's the screen, and the power button switch fell off, that's fine. You can see on the board here that it's pretty dirty, and what I might try to do is figure out the best way to clean that. These contacts are what I really wanted to clean. These buttons seem to be fine, but now that I've got it open, I might as well try to clean whatever I can. I have optical lens cleaner. This particular bottle's from Walgreens. I've gotten Target's stuff as well, and some Q-tips. So one side's wet, immediately turn it to dry. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to mention, which is basically those rubber pads I took off, you might want to clean those as well. The ones that are really dark, the Q-tips, those were actually from the pads. I didn't get much action from the board itself, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I've put it back into place. I've reconnected this connector here. I need to reconnect this connector and then the ribbon that goes in here, which is on the back of that. So let me go ahead and reconnect all that. I will re-screw this back together, and we'll see if anything I did worked. One thing I should point out is that you should be very, very careful with these ribbons. Super careful. You can bend them and break them and damage them. I'm going to be careful with this one, but I wanted to bring that up because I didn't say it before. But be very, very careful you don't bend this. There's cables inside here. You can see those ribs, and you can see the pin connectors. There's little wires in between here, and this is a very, very soft and somewhat fragile ribbon. Okay, everything's back together. It was really difficult getting that thing out and then getting it back in, so I think it's in this corner over here, or maybe it's this corner. I think it's a little bit, I don't know, something's not perfect with it, but that's okay. It's old plastic, weird screws. I'm not gonna worry about it. So let's put the game back in, let's get the batteries back in, and we'll see if we've improved anything. There we go. Okay, let's see. Understand why. Maybe I just gotta push harder. I guess it's just harder, but it's kind of mushy. This might just not be the best console to. Bad timing. Okay. Okay, so it might still be dirty, or maybe it's just the way that the Nomad is. It might not be the best system to test or to play games like this. It kind of sucks though, because Pac-Man, or Miss Pac-Man in this case, is definitely not the only game that going up or pushing up matters. I mean, you really gotta mash the buttons here. So I'm gonna have to investigate to see if there's something that I can change on this, or if maybe mine's just a little bit, I don't want to say defective because it's just old, so maybe there's something I can change on it, or maybe that's just the way it is. So everything else seems pretty good. You just have to mash it pretty hard to get it to work. And I definitely will not be playing Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man on this handheld. You know, but I can plug it into my regular Genesis, and hopefully as long as my controllers are working fine, it should be good to go. So the first time I've ever taken this apart, the first time I've ever seen anybody do what I did specifically. I have seen some people work on them in the past in videos. It's always a mystery whether or not you're gonna find something and be kind of just completely jacking the whole thing up. But so far so good. It just didn't really resolve the problem. I'm glad I went in there and I saw what I saw, and now I know how to do it next time. So hopefully this was somewhat entertaining for you guys, even though I didn't resolve my issue and we didn't fix anything. Hopefully you got some sort of value from watching this video, at least watching me do it. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you have anything to say about it, anything I did wrong, anything that you would recommend, or whatever, leave a comment down below. If you've had issues with your buttons, love to hear about it. If you've modded your screen, I'd definitely love to hear about it. Message me. I'd love to check out a video if you made one. Yeah, thanks for watching.